Welcome back to History of Simple Things. Today's topic comes from one of our viewers, Alan Grant, 4891. Thanks for the suggestion. You asked, why are most people right-handed while others are left-handed? Take a quick look around you. Most people write, eat, and do everyday tasks using their right hand. In fact, about 90% of the world's population is right-handed. But that leaves a small yet fascinating group, left-handed individuals, who seem to operate just a little differently. So, why does this split exist? Why didn't humans just evolve to use one hand equally? And what actually determines whether you're right-handed or left-handed in the first place? Stick around as we uncover the science, history, and hidden reasons behind handedness right here on History of Simple Things. Handedness simply refers to your natural preference for using one hand over the other for tasks like writing, throwing, or brushing your teeth. While it might feel like a simple habit, it's actually deeply connected to how your brain is wired. Your brain is divided into two halves, or hemispheres. For most people, the left hemisphere controls language and fine motor skills, and it also controls the right side of the body. That's why right-handedness is so common. Meanwhile, left-handed individuals tend to have a more varied brain organization. Sometimes their right hemisphere takes the lead, or the workload is shared more evenly between both sides. This difference in brain wiring plays a huge role in determining which hand becomes dominant. The dominance of right-handedness isn't random. It likely has deep evolutionary roots. One major theory suggests that as early humans developed complex language skills, the left hemisphere of the brain became more specialized. Since this hemisphere controls the right side of the body, right-handedness naturally became more common. Another factor could be efficiency. In a cooperative society, having most people use the same hand may have made tool-making, teaching, and communication easier. Imagine trying to learn a skill where tools and instructions are designed for the opposite hand. It slows things down. Over thousands of years, this consistency may have reinforced the dominance of right-handed individuals, making it the global norm we see today. So if right-handedness became dominant, why didn't left-handedness disappear completely? The answer likely lies in genetics and variation. Scientists believe that handedness is influenced by multiple genes rather than a single left-handed gene. These genes don't strictly determine your handedness, they just tilt the odds in one direction. Left-handedness persists because diversity can be beneficial. In certain situations, like combat or sports, being left-handed can actually provide an advantage. Opponents are less used to facing left-handed individuals, which can make their movements harder to predict. This kind of minority advantage may have helped keep left-handedness alive throughout human history. Surprisingly, your handedness may start developing before you're even born. Studies using ultrasound have shown that some fetuses prefer sucking one thumb over the other, and this preference often matches the hand they'll favor later in life. This suggests that handedness is at least partly influenced during early brain development in the womb. However, it's not entirely fixed at that stage. Environmental factors, learning, and even cultural influences can still play a role after birth. So while your biology sets the stage, your experiences help shape the final outcome. Can you change your handedness? Technically, yes, but it's not easy, and it's usually not natural. Some people, especially in the past, were forced to switch from left-handed to right-handed writing due to cultural or educational pressures. However, This often led to difficulties like slower writing speed, discomfort, or even confusion in coordination. Your dominant hand is closely tied to your brain's wiring, so forcing a change doesn't rewire your brain. It just makes tasks more challenging. That's why today most educators encourage people to stick with their natural preference. There's a lot of curiosity and myths around left-handed individuals. Some studies suggest they may have slightly different cognitive patterns or be more likely to excel in creative fields, but the evidence is mixed. What is true is that left-handed people often adapt to a world designed for right-handed users. From scissors to desks to computer mice, many tools are built with right-handed users in mind. This constant adaptation might contribute to their flexibility and problem-solving skills. But overall, being left-handed or right-handed doesn't determine intelligence or ability. It's just one small part of how your brain is organized. Interestingly, left-handedness hasn't always been viewed positively. In many cultures, it was once associated with bad luck or even seen as something to correct. In fact, the word sinister originally meant left in Latin. Thankfully, attitudes have changed over time. Today, left-handedness is widely accepted and even celebrated. From artists to athletes, left-handed individuals have made their mark across countless fields. At first glance, handedness might seem like a minor detail, but behind it lies a complex mix of biology, evolution, and human history. Most people are right-handed because of how our brains evolved and specialized over time. Left-handedness, though less common, continues to exist thanks to genetic diversity and unique advantages in certain situations. So whether you're right-handed, left-handed, or somewhere in between, your preference is more than just habit. It's a reflection of how your brain developed and adapted. And the next time you pick up a pen or throw a ball, remember, you're using a trait shaped by millions of years of human evolution. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.